Hey, I'm Pastor Fred. This is the follow through, and I feel like, a lot of dad phrases this week. Remember who you are. Today we're going to look at, you probably heard somebody tell you to think before you speak. Could you just think before you speak? Right? Someone will actually ask you, like, why did you do that? Why did you say it? Well, I didn't think. Like, we should think before we speak. We should think before we act and do all those things. Take that to God and say, God, what is this communicating? Because everything you say and everything you do communicates something to the people around you. It communicates, yes, I believe in God, I trust in Him, I love Him, He loves me, it's awesome, everything's great. Again, my life might be a hot mess, there might be all kinds of issues coming against me, but when I'm trusting in God in those moments and pointing to Him, that sends a message. When I'm freaking out and yelling at everybody and upset, that sends a different message. So what message does it send? Ephesians 4, verse 9, a great verse for us, 4:29 rather. Paul says, let no corrupting talk come out of your mouths, but only such as is good for building up, as fits the occasion, that it may give grace to those that hear. And so what if your words, and again, followed by your actions, were about grace? What if they communicate to that person, hey, you know what? I don't deserve God's love, and yet He loves me, and yet He gave His Son for me. Yet Jesus died, rose, I have eternity. God just continues to bless me and give me all these things, even though I really don't deserve any of it, and that's the truth. And I'm gonna treat you that way. I'm gonna say things, and I'm gonna weigh my words. I'm gonna carefully consider what's going to be the result. Is this a word of poison that's going to hurt, or is it a word of healing? Is it something that's going to make things better, or am I pouring gas on the fire? Am I becoming more of a part of the problem than a part of the solution? That's what he's trying to say. Different occasions, there's different things we need to say that are going to be helpful. And I love that, building people up. Building them up. I want to see them built up. Again, that may mean that I'm not going to get the attaboy. I'm not going to get the credit. But that doesn't matter. I want God to get the credit. I want Him to get all of the glory. I want it to be about Him. I want my life to tell His story about what He has done. When all is said and done, man, that's what matters. I want to go to the grave going, yeah, that was what everything I said, everything I did, I wanted it to communicate His love and His mercy so that people are like going, whoa, like that came directly from God. I'm praying that we can do that. I want us to be a people known for that. We walk the walk, we talk the talk, we do what God calls us to do because we're hanging on His every word. So before we speak, before we act, this is your follow through for today. I want you to just think, just pray. What is this going to do? This word, it might be sarcastic, it might be funny. I'm from New Jersey, I speak sarcastic. So I got to stow a lot of that. I got to take a lot of that to Jesus, most of it, and say, yo, yeah, you might get the laugh, but it might hurt that person. It might insult them. It might break them down. And I don't want to do that. I want to build them up. And sometimes that might be honesty. It might hurt. It might be difficult. But again, if my motivation is to help, right? Because I want to see whatever is going on. I want to see that healed. I want to see that fixed. I want to see that addressed and dealt with and taken to the cross. Yeah, that's what we're talking about now. All right, so let's go out. Let's love mercy. Let's love kindness, as well as doing justice like we talked about last week. Next week, we're going to talk about walking humbly with our God. Can't wait to get into that. We'll see you next time for another follow-through.